My name is Dr. Thomas Parham. I chair the Cinematic Arts Department at Azusa Pacific University in Los Angeles County. In my humble opinion, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is one of the best written, most consistent shows over the 7 seasons. One of the cool things about Buffy is that Joss Whedon had a plan, and every season has what's called a big bad. And they range from the first season, it's the Master. The second season, it's actually Buffy's boyfriend, Angel, who on her birthday gifts her with sex, and he transforms into an evil demon and kills the school computer teacher. And at the end of the season, she has to kill him. Of course, because he gets his own spin-off, when Buffy enters season 4, they have to resurrect him in season 3 and then start to plan to work toward the spin-off. One of the really interesting aspects of Buffy is that it dealt with a lot of mature themes, such as growing up. It starts as a high school show, and the first season's a little bit silly. You have Melinda Clark, who would become the hot Julie Cooper on the OC, who is the teacher who transforms into a praying mantis and kills the young boys. But that transforms, and eventually we get, by season 5, the big bad was Glory, and there's a great line that Giles, the Watcher, says at the end of the episode: Glory's not a demon, she's a god. An ancient, Mesopotamian or Babylonian god. But for me, season 6, which is controversial among some Buffy fans, is what makes the show unique. After season 5, when the show ended its run on the WB, they killed Buffy, and then when it shifted to UPN, the season begins with her resurrection. But we find out at the end of episode 2 that she was in heaven after she died, and her best friend Willow's spell cast her out of heaven back to Earth. And the only person she confides in is the evil undead vampire Spike, who has an unhealthy fixation with her. Through the course of the season, Buffy and Spike engage in this torrid affair, to the point that when they have sexual intercourse, the violence of the act literally shakes buildings and destroys them. Her boyfriend from season 4 and early in season 5 comes back with his wife, and they're just like Mr. and Mrs. America. And Buffy realizes that this relationship with Spike may not be the best thing for her, and she tries to break off with him, and he attempts to rape her. Really dark stuff. This is the year after Buffy's mother has died, and so she has to quit college to become the primary caregiver for her sister Dawn, who was retconned into the show's existence during season 5. It's dark, interesting stuff, but in interviews Joss Whedon said what he was trying to do with season 6 is show that this is adulthood, this isn't playtime anymore, and growing up means lots of responsibilities, and things don't always go well. And instead of a big bad that year, they had what people referred to as the Nerds of Doom. And eventually, Willow kind of becomes the big bad and goes bad and tries to destroy the world. But ultimately, instead of sacrificing herself, Buffy is able to help her friend set aside black magic, at least for a while, and redeem herself. But Buffy's a great show, and Joss Whedon proved his mettle, earning Writers Guild and Emmy nominations with his work for the show. Thanks for your consideration.